What the heck am I doing? What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Mr. Gray Live Show. I'm your wascally cartoonist and host of the show, Mr. Gray. You want to know why I'm doing that? Stick around, and in about like 1 minute, you're gonna find out. Anyways, guys, welcome to the Mr. Gray Live Show. Join me for the next hour as I teach you guys how to draw cartoons right here on my super fancy, shiny whiteboard. If it is your first time joining the Mr. Gray Live Show, you can do one of two things. You can either A, get your pencils, crayons, markers, and peanut butter. I feel like I've used peanut butter before. How about hummus? You might be able to draw with hummus. I don't know. Or B, you can get your snickety snacks, your popcorns, your ice creams, your chocolate bars. You can just hang out and have fun. But I do suggest that you get out some paper, a pencil. It could be a scrap piece of paper, and you can draw along with me. It is going to be loads of fun. But before we get into the show, how about we go to Producer Rosie and find out what the heck was Mr. Gray doing back there? Producer Rosie, what is tonight's theme? Animals on skates. That's right. Tonight's theme is animals on skates. Brought by you guys, to me, back to you. Every Wednesday right here on Facebook, you guys give me your themes that you want to see me draw, and at the end of the show, we spin the whimsical wheel of whimsy, and we find out what fate is going to have us draw, and it picked animals on skates, like this cute little guy. So, before we get the show, let's get this guy out of here. Pew pew! We're ready to start the show, and if you're wondering who I am, this crazy guy just going crazy, my name is Mr. Gray. I'm a cartoonist, and I make super awesome coloring books. Just like this. I have 3 right now on Amazon, and you can see it's a whole lot of blubber, a lot of paper, because I believe coloring books should be nice and thick. So check it out, and stick around, because we're gonna get into drawing right about now. Let's get into it. Let me get my handy dandy marker out, and let's draw animals on skates. All right, if you guys want to draw along with me, I know you do, because it's going to be amazing. Let's do this. Let's go to the board. All right, first one we're going to do, if you want to draw along with me, you can actually do your paper horizontal or vertical on this one. We're going to start with a chicken. So I'm going to start with, let's see, nice little eyeball right about there. Once you have your first eyeball, don't draw the second eyeball because we have to draw the beak. So from here, we're going to start the beak. And then that is going to go into a cute little smile. And you guys know what we do with our smiles. We end it with a big old cheek. That way we know our character is super duper happy. And then we're just going to loop this back over yonder. Then let's go over here and add our second eyeball. See, drawing all it really is just shapes. That's it. If you can draw shapes, which I know you can draw along with me. Let's go ahead and draw a circle. You guys know how to draw a circle. Or a zero. All those zeros in your bank account. Alright, so now let's add his eye thingy. But before we move on, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. He needs some eyeballs. So let's actually draw a straight line. And I'm not sure if we've drawn these type of eyes on the show, but let's do it anyways. And you're just going to add his little pupils popping out of the top of the eyeball just like that. Then draw the top of the head. Just like that. And chickens have those weird things on their head. That is what they're called. So here's how we're going to do that. You're going to do 3 rounded tops. Up, 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 and just like that. And there's our weird chicken thingy. And then they also have that weird thingy under their beard. So you're just going to go one line like that, which is a J or a hook if you're really into fishing. And then you just add your second one right there, which is the other hook that hooked itself and is hookity hook, 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 hook. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, so my animals I like to make really silly. So let's start with 2 pieces of fur. That's going to be his chest or her chest. And let's draw the body. So for the body, we're actually going to square off the bottom. I know it sounds weird, but it's going to be funny. We're going to draw the big old butt and back just like that. This is a tiny, tiny little chicken. And then let me get a front of you guys. How about maybe like there? All right, now I'm going to do my very absolute best to give you guys a nice horizontal line. And if I don't, well then, I will cry myself to sleep. How horizontal is that, people? Nice and horizontal? Pretty horizontal. Okay, so let's go ahead and give him his tail feathers. So once you do that line, which is basically another hook, again, if you're out fishing right now and watching this, that's cool. Just think hooks, but don't think Disney hook? Hook. I have no idea. All right, there we go. And he is a chicken. So right here, you're gonna draw somewhat of a rounded V-ish shape. And you're gonna add 2 lines, just like that. Okay, now for the legs. He's gonna be skating because all of our animals tonight are on skates. Let's start with the first foot. So 2 lines, as if you were going to make a triangle and then you forgot how to make a triangle. And then our little half circles or half C's. Once you got that bad boy in there, 2 parallel lines or the number 11, my lucky number. And then round that puppy off. Now we're gonna add a little skate. So here's how we're gonna do this. Just draw 2 lines like that. Then 1 straight line like that. And then the bottom of the skate. And we're gonna simplify the skate to make it real super nice and easy. And then just round the top like that. And then for the blade, we're gonna draw number 11 2 times. See that? You see the number 11 in there? You start seeing all these shapes. Connect the 2 middle lines. Add a line going that way, line going that way. It's just all lines. straight down, and then you guessed it. We are going to connect those lines. And there's our little skate. Skater. And then, now we're going to do the other foot, but we're going to have it like this chicken is pushing off. So one line like that. Add our little half circles. This one's actually going to be behind the body. Number 11 sideways. Now I'm going to repeat this same shape I did here. So I'm going to go ahead and power through. Let's see. It'll probably come out right about here-ish. Sideways 11s. Connect. Line. Line. My very best at a straight line. And then let's go ahead and put a drop shadow underneath this skate. That way we know that at least one foot is safely planted on the ground. Now what I'm going to do, and I suggest you do this at home if you have multiple markers, I'm going to switch to a thinner marker and we're going to do some detail. So let's start with the easiest, texture dots. Adds a little character to your character. Some down here. You could even add some lines under here. You can add pieces of fur or hair. You can add curly ones over there if you'd like. You could even, let's see, add some laces. If you want to add some laces, you could just do 1, 2, 3. Make it real simple. 1, 2, 3. No need to go all crazy. And you know what, let's just go ahead and add a little tooth, because why not? Now, if you want to make your character look like it is skating, because right now it looks like it's just standing there with one leg in the air like it's a flamingo, all you have to do is add motion lines, and I'm going to get in front of you, and you're going to do horizontal motion lines, just like this. Don't think about it. Just add a few, and all of a sudden, he is moving forward. And lastly, don't forget the most important part is to sign your masterpiece. And that, my friends, is how you draw a chicken skating on some skiddity. I try to come up with a cool way to say skates and I just failed. That's how you draw an animal on skates, which was requested by you guys. And if you're wondering, how do I get my theme in there? I would love to see rock monsters, or I would love to see aliens that, I don't know, swim on bananas. Not message. Throw it in the comments, write "Summer here." There's an arrow over my shoulder, and put it in here and say, "Hey, Mr. Gray's so cool," and I'll be like, "Stop it." And then put in your theme and tell me what you want. It could be anything. It could be booger monsters. It could be monsters under the bed. I'm really fixated on monsters right now. Don't know why. But it could be anything. It could be all teddy bears, all cats, all dogs. It could be dog cats. The whole idea of the theme is to use your imagination. The only thing I won't draw are copyrighted characters like Mickey Mouse. So use your imagination, throw in your themes, and if you guys are enjoying the show, which I hope you are, please share the video, spread it to the world, and help Mr. Gray spread around the planet, because I've been screaming on top of the mountaintop. I don't think my pipes are strong enough. So if you guys can help me out and spread the silliness and spread the creativity, that would be super awesome. And I'll be in your debt forever and owe you like a candy bar. Whichever candy bar. You can pick out any one candy bar from the store. I promise. But I hope you guys are having fun. We are about to get into another drawing. Now? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get into our drawings. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. And you did hear that correctly. It is actually pronounced Wednesday. That is the correct term for the day of the week that falls between Tuesday and Thursday. I forgot. Anyway, sometimes I just talk because I just want to hear what I'm saying, but I'm not really saying anything. Like right now, it sounds like I'm saying everything because I'm using hand gestures, but really I'm saying the same thing over and over and over. I like listening to myself talk. It's a problem. Okay, let's draw a squid on skates. So there's gonna be a lot of tentacles going on. So seriously, if you're thinking about drawing, do it right now. I know it's gonna be amazing. And if you do draw along with me, Message me on Facebook. Send me your drawing and I'll put it on my website along with everybody else's, and it's going to be amazing. And banana fudge sundae. Now that's stuck in your head forever. So now you're going to have to go get one. Okay, I got to stop talking. Let's draw a squid. Here we go. If you're going to draw along with me, vertical. Let's do vertical. Let's give ourselves enough room for tentacles. Just yapping and yapping and yapping. I just never know when to stop. Okay, once you have your first eyeball, you can go ahead and put in your second eyeball. Once you have your second eyeball in there, you don't put any more because we're only putting 2. But you do put 2 cute little pupils just staring off into nothing. Then we're going to add our eye thingy. You guys know how to do that because you guys are professionals. Okay, this is the most important part, folks. Let me show you first. Out, in, okay? Don't do anything more because don't get excited. Don't get ahead of me. Okay? Then here's what we're going to do. Right at the top, you're going to break the line up and you're going to one line. I swear it's going to make sense. Then, to the right of the eye, this same shape, you're going to reverse. Just like that. Then you're going to add another one. Split the line. It's all going to make sense in due time. All right, so first let's do rounded little, kind of like a diamond or a square or an L or a boomerang. A lot of things it looks like. And at the very tippity top of our squid, you're going to round those 2 lines together because guess what we're going to do? We're going to add a little helmet. Just a little helmet to make sure our squid is safe on his skates. Okay, now let's start having fun. Well, I guess we're already having fun. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. Let's continue. Okay, so you're going to go from the left eye into our very first tentacle, and this is going to let us know where the floor is. So if you're wondering what the heck did I just say, wait a second. So that's going to be our base. So you can round that off if you like. That's going to be the first skate. So now we know any skate we put on the floor needs to be level with that one. So what we're going to do is you're going to go, I'll do this first one. Every tentacle is going to go thick to thin, okay? And just so you have a sense of how this looks, let's go ahead and finish the mouth. Just curl the mouth, add a big old cheek, just like that. And then you guys know the trick to do a mouth. You should be professionals at this point, but I'll show you again. Ready? You're gonna start from here. You're gonna loop into itself, like a really big curved J. And then you just add the second tongue, and all of a sudden we're looking at a mouth. And then you add this inside line, color that bad boy in, and there's our mouth. And you could add a cute little tooth. No one's gonna be mad at you for that cute tooth. But how about before we draw the rest of the tentacles, because they're all gonna be the same, let's just finish this one tentacle. So let's do the skate. If you remember the last drawing, very simple. Straight line down. Then you're gonna round the bottom of the skate. Then you're gonna just create the boot. We all know what a shoe or a boot or a skate looks like. Okay, so to do the skate, you guys remember? 2 sets of the number 11, because why? Because that's Mr. Gray's lucky number. Then you're gonna connect the 2 middle lines. Once you got the 2 middle lines connected, you're gonna do a line that way, line that way. Then you're gonna draw a line down, and then guess what? Connect those. All right, so that is our first tentacle. We are gonna do every single tentacle the same exact way. So, let's see. How about, let's put a tentacle out here. Let's get real crazy. And remember, as you're doing these tentacles, I'm repeating the same exact step. And they don't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of art, is you can just really do whatever the heck you want. It's your art, it's your drawing. Look at this silly little guy. Let's go ahead and add another tentacle. And if I do get in front of you guys, I apologize. This guy's all over the place. 2 number 11s. Connect the middle. Line. Line. Getting a lot of skates going on. Let's have another one coming out of here. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I'll take this time to say Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a fantabulous day. And if you're ever having a bad Wednesday, you guys know where to come. Right here, 7 o'clock, Mr. Gray Live Show. I will be here. And we will make your day better. Because the world can be crazy. But guess what? When the world gets crazy, you know what you can do? You can turn it off and you can draw. I'm actually putting this skate the other way. And see, looks like I didn't do that one too perfectly. But we keep moving on because we can do what we want, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 tentacles. Let's add another. This is the part of the show where Mr. Gray wonders why he chose to draw this squid with all of his tentacles. My answer is, I don't know. Because I wanted to. Okay. Where are we at? I lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get, let's do our last 2 like this. He just got 1 up here because he being crazy. And 1 down here because he being crazy. Woo, so many tentacles. Tentacles on tentacles on tentacles and tentacles. Did I ever tell you about the story of the tentacle man and the tentacle something? Okay. I hope your squid is looking amazing. I know it is. Because you guys all rock. Woo! Alright. So now, I am going to switch to a thinner marker. And let's go ahead and add all details. Let's start with the top of the squid. And don't worry, folks, if I'm speeding through, just keep on doing your tentacles. They're all going to look the same. You can flip your skates either way you would like. I won't be mad at you. But here's what I'm going to do up here. I'm going to add circles. I like to do this with my reptiles, with my aquatic animals. You can add dots. And you know what? What the heck? We're already here. Let's add texture dots throughout our whole character. Now, this is a helmet, so I'm going to add those little helmet holes so it can aerate. Nobody really knows. Maybe it protects your head from getting smashed. And then how about a little strap hanging down? But don't tell his mom he forgot to strap it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to power through and do all the skates at one time. It makes it easier. So I'm going to just actually add a line on the bottom of all these skates. No big deal. Just be real loose with it. And then we can add in our laces. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 7, 8. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. What else could we do? So many things we could do with this squid. We could add some shadow lines. I like to do this sometimes. Underneath. Maybe it'll make the tentacles a little easier to see. I'm going to go both ways on this one. And I'm just being real loose with it. No reason to get so crazy serious. We're just having fun. There we go. Makes it a little easier to see. You could even add just a couple on the skate if you wanted to. That way it looks like his tentacle is going into his skate. And if you wanted to get real crazy, you can add some of the suckers showing. Maybe add some suckers here. I don't know what they're called. Twistity twist, twist, twist. And maybe just some peeking out there. But yeah, And you guys remember what to do. If you want to make it look like your character is skating through the ice arena, all you have to do is add some motion lines, and don't think about it. Just add your motion lines and try to keep them all as parallel as possible. And that's how you make it look like your squid is skating. You can even add some motion lines around his skates. And that should do it for our ice skating octopus. So don't forget, last thing you guys need to do is sign your masterpiece. I'm actually going to go up here. And that is how you draw a super hilarious squid skating on skates. I refrain from using my super fun, fantastical way that I call skates because I don't want to make a fool of myself. Anyways, welcome to the Mr. Gray Live Show. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Mr. Gray. This is Mr. Gray Live Show. That's a spill. That is a squid on skates. And if you're wondering who I am, I'm a cartoonist. I make coloring books and much more to come. I have so much exciting stuff coming in the next few weeks for you guys. We're going to have a major facelift to the Mr. Gray Live Show. You guys are going to be like, what am I watching? But coming soon in the next couple weeks, this show is about to have a super awesome addition. You guys probably already know. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I think I put it there too. I gave you a slight sneak peek a long time ago. But I have been a very busy beaver. Imagine if I just left without saying anything. I'm out. I gotta go to New Mexico to get sand. Did you guys ever used to do those little sand things? The colored sand? You put it in a bottle and you separate it? I guess it depends on your generation. I guess there's probably an app for it. Sand app. App sand. Anyways, I am yapping. Who is ready to get into another one, maybe? I hope you guys are having fun, and don't forget to message me your drawings. Don't forget to put your theme in at the end of the show if you are wondering. I don't know what I'm going to say. All I got to say is at the end of the show, we're going to bring out a whimsical wheel of whimsy. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. We put your themes on it. We spin it. Whatever it lands on, I have to draw. No matter what. No matter what, I can't change fate. I have to draw it. So send me your drawings. Throw in your themes. And again, guys, if you're having a blasty blast, please share the video to the whole world. And everyone say bye to this squid. I'm going to miss you, squid. You're like a brother to me. My squid brother. Shout out to my brothers. I have two brothers. Shout out to my sister. I have a sister too. So, a lot of shout outs. And of course, shout out to Mama Bear. All right. You guys ready? You need a handy dandy marker. You need this, which is a head full of rocks. And you need your imagination. That's all you need. All right, you guys ready? If you're going to draw along with me, you better. Or we're going to send the Mr. Gray Army to your house and be like, what are you doing? Come on. We're not an aggressive army. We're just more like, come on. Seriously? But we have sweet uniforms. All right, let's draw a turtle because I love drawing turtles. All right, so if you're going to draw along with me, you want to make sure your paper is horizontal on this one. Get out your marker, and let's start with... You guys are like, just say it. Let's start with an eyeball. Not about too tiny. Do I got a tiny eyeball? Oh. That might be a tiny eyeball. Let's go with it. I'm sorry if it's a tiny eyeball. Let's draw one more tiny eyeball. There's a very squeaky marker going on. We'll just make a really big head. Okay, let's make it cross-eyed. This is a turtle, if you're just joining us. A turtle on, let's do roller skates. Like the old school roller skates. Alright, so you're going to do the head like that, and I'm going to explain why we stopped. Alright, let's draw a big old silly mouth. End it with a cheek. guess what you're gonna do now? Actually, let's do something different. Let's do a big old bottom lip with a tooth. And then to make it look like his tooth is biting on this big old bottom lip, you're just gonna do that, because it's a silly little turtle. And then that's gonna go into his neck, and we're gonna get back to that. Let's go back to the head. And you're just gonna go, I'll put a dot. That's where I'm gonna start my line, okay? And that's where you should start your line. And together, we will make this dream come true. This is a silly looking turtle. We're gonna put a little helmet here. And unfortunately, the helmet doesn't fit too right. This Mama bought him too tiny of a helmet. His head's a little too big. They bought him a size 7.5, but guess his head done grewed. All right, so let's do that. Just add that line there. Then you're gonna add a C that way and a C that way. You guys know I love drawing turtles. It's my favorite. This turtle looks, it's funny. Okay, to do the turtle shell, you're just gonna do a big ol' turtle shell. Okay, so to do the bottom part, let me bring that down a little bit more. I like to go 1, 2. That's it, just 2 times. And then what I like to do is I like to go just to here, just like this, and add a little line going across. And well, you know what, we're right here. Let's add a cute little tail. And then, you know what? Let's do the shell. The shell is the easiest, funnest part, probably why I love doing turtles. You can't mess it up. Just make any old shape you want. You can even, this is my favorite, you can hide a heart. Well, I guess it's not really hiding it. It's pretty obvious. But you can add any shape you'd like. And there's our turtle shell. Alright, so now this is a turtle on skates. I keep wanting to say that word, but I can't say it. I have to sound it out. I don't want to do it live. Oh, I'm talking to myself. Okay, 2 straight lines. Round those lines together. Now, I'm going to show you how to do 1 skate. That's it. The rest you got to pay for. I'm just kidding. I'm going to do the 1 skate for free of charge. And the other 3 will also be free of charge. You guys, we're approaching it the same way as the ice skate. Okay? Once you have your skate in there, keep drawing, because I don't know why I'm going off on a tangent. Okay. 1 circle, 2 circle. Then we want to make these slightly 3-dimensional. So I'm going to add a little line like that in the front. And then we're going to do the same thing just in the back. And you know what? Just to be cool, let's make the back black. Because we're taking an artistic direction on this one, and all your friends are going to think you're so cool. Now I'm going to repeat this same step 3 more times. And looks like I drew this belly really low, so I'm going to try to counteract that. Sometimes it helps to make little noises to yourself. Alright, now we're going to put them in the back. And always remember, when you draw the foot behind a foot, it needs to be slightly higher than the front foot. You know, because it's back there. And, I don't know, let's go ahead and, let's put his drop shadow. I don't think we've done a drop shadow tonight. If you're at home, you could color this in black, but it might get a little confusing because I had you color the wheel in black. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw straight lines. Well, I say straight, but we both know they're not straight. We get it, though. Okay, so now I'm going to put this thick marker away. I'm going to bring out a thinner marker, and we're going to add some detail. So we're going to start with the helmet. I'm going to add those little air vent thingies. Whatever they do for the helmet, not sure. And then we're going to add the strap because this turtle did not strap his helmet. Poor turtle. What else should we do? Let's put some hair here. Maybe some circles on the eyes. Oh, let's add like 2 little nostrils. 2 circles. For the turtle shell, what I like to do is I like to add some parallel lines just to kind of shows a little bit of a ridge on there. Go back to the skates. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Those are our those are lines, but that's not what I meant. Those are laces. Okay, let's draw a line like this. This silly guy. Maybe add some lines here under the turtle shell, turtle power. I think that's gonna do it for a turtle. Lastly, I'm not done, and you're not done either. You know what we forgot? Motion lines. You guys remember how to do that? This guy is just flying through. Can't believe we almost left. All right, I'm gonna show you one more thing. You know what'd be funny? Because he's flying through the sidewalk. You can actually, you don't even have to change anything. You don't have to erase anything. But if you do 2 parallel lines, it's like he's squinting because he's going so fast through the air. He can't help it. Okay, now we sign our masterpiece. Whew! And that is how you draw a super cute turtle on skates. And if you're wondering why we're drawing animals on skates, well, guess what? You chose it. You did. Last week, you chose it. At the end of every show, every Wednesday, right here, we bring out the whimsical wheel of whimsy. It goes. Sometimes it never stops. I'm kidding. And then it stops on something, and I draw it every week. And before we get to the next drawing, here's what I'm trying to say in my head. It's like skiggity, skiggity skates? Skiggity skates. I am trying to say some variation of skiggity skates. Don't know why. Keeps going into my brain, and I want to say it. Spilled again. I really should have a sippy cup. That'd be better, other than the super limited edition Mr. Gray mug. I'm working on it. Oh, you guys ready? How much time we got? Oh, dang! We got 20 minutes left on the Mr. Gray Live Show. I'm snapping into my hillbilly brother. If you're wondering who my hillbilly brother is, you should watch last week's episode. My twin brother, he is a hillbilly, sweetest guy ever. He took over the show for a little bit. So if you want to see that, go watch it. It's going to be amazing. You guys ready to do another drawing? I know I am. All right, so how about we get into another drawing? Let's do a super cute one. The next drawing is going to be a super cute pig on skates. Or on skiggity skates. If you want to draw along with me, which you should, because like I always say, you don't have to be a quote-unquote artist, because you know what? We're all artists, okay? All you need is your imagination, your marker, that can-do attitude, and paper and like pencils would help too, because you're going to need that to draw with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. Let's draw art. Let's do a silly pig on skates. Okay, if you're going to draw along with me, which you better, kidding. Let's start with an eyeball, but we're going to start on the right side of the paper. What? Once you have your first eyeball in there, do not draw your second one because you know what you need to draw? The pig nose. Oh, and I should also clarify that our pig is looking towards the sky or his friend Bill. E. All right, you're going to draw 2 ovals right in there. and you're gonna color the right side. That way our pig can pick his nose. Then you're gonna draw on your second eyeball just like that. And you're gonna have our little pig. Who knows what the heck he's staring at. And then we can add our eye thingy. And then the top of his head. Just like that. You guys are killing it. I know it. I feel it. Alright, so the ear is like... What's it like? A peanut. It's like an ear. And a peanut. No, it's like a... I got nothing. I can't think of anything in the world that looks like that. Other than an ear. So draw an ear. We'll add another one here. Alright, so if you guys have watched this show before, because you have, because you're awesome and you love Mr. Gray, I like to draw all my pigs with a kind of like a squarish face. But you know what? I'm sorry. I want to round it off even more. Like that. There we go. A nice square jaw. And then the mouth is going to end with a cheek. And you guys, are you ready for this next step? I know you are because I've taught you this like a million times. This is how you do a mouth. Loop that line into itself. Once you have that line, you can go ahead and finish the tongue. And oh my God, there's a tongue. And then you just add a little line here and you color that in. Just like that. And then you can even add a little tooth because he's a silly pig. Alright, so our pig, unfortunately, is not going to actually be skating at all. So, these next couple lines are going to be your most important. So this is actually going to plant your character on the ground. So coming from the back of the, let's do the back of the head. That's actually going to be his back. Okay? And then this is going to round off into his first foot. Okay. Bear with me on this next part. It's gonna get a little challenging. But what is life without challenges? Boring, I say. Alright, so this next line, you're actually gonna round that way. So we're gonna draw our roller skate from looking underneath. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're drawing the skate from looking at it underneath. So let me do it in a couple stages. Let's add this line like that. Okay? And it might be better if I start showing you where the wheels are. And if you don't see this yet, because I'm drawing in a very interesting way, you can wait until I finish and you'll see. So what we're going to do here is you're going to bring that line off just like that. And then you're going to add another wheel back like that. And then you can finish off the skate. So I know that's a really interesting perspective we got going on. Should probably be looking at it from the front. I got this angle going on. But that's how we're going to do our first skate. And now let's add in his big belly. He's a big old pig. Just a big pig. And you know what? Before we move any further, we're going to repeat this skate again. Let's just add two things. Let's add our drop shadow. That way we know he's sitting on the ground. And if you want to color this in black, by all means do so. And let's put his arm over here. And his arm is going to have a skate as well. Oops. You know what? Let's keep it. I was going to erase it, but you know what? Sometimes it is what it is. So we'll go with it. Let me get rid of these lines though. It's a funny looking pig we got going on here. And then we're gonna have this this arm like he's waving at who knows what. Something. And then I'm gonna repeat this same step. And you can be real loose with it. The brain will fill the rest in. So now I'm gonna switch to my thinner marker and add some detail. So first we're gonna start with the tail. And if you wanna know how to do the tail, it's super simple. Just draw like a backwards 6 upside down 9. And then you're gonna follow it parallel. Just like that, into his body. We can add a little belly button here. We can add some hair. He's a little hairy. We can add our texture dots. We can add our shadow lines under here. Maybe some going in a skate. We could add our laces. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And maybe like a curly hair on his head. And you know what? Let's make him waving at a fly. So all you do there, to do a fly, you just draw a black circle. And then you add the 2 wings. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be pretty. We get what it is. And then lastly, don't forget to sign your masterpiece. And that is how you draw a very silly pig in roller skates that he just can't roller skate. He puts them on though, and one day he will skate, but he likes swatting at flies with his skate. He likes to watch the wheels roll when he moves his hand through the air. I have no idea what I'm talking about. We have 10 minutes left on the Mr. Gray live show. If you are just joining us, welcome. I'm super thrilled that you stopped by. I hope you're having a blast. Don't forget to send me your drawings. I'd love to see them. What else? Don't forget to pick up my coloring books. They are super cool. And I have 3 of them on Amazon. And they're super thick, kid-friendly, adult-friendly, just friendly in general. They're full of fun facts. For example, let me tell you a fun fact right now from The Animals and Friends. This is actually my first coloring book. Ooh, here's it. Here's one. Did you guys know that sloths, it's a hard word to say, only go to the bathroom once a week? One time. And then, you know what I said to that? They must save a fortune on toilet paper. I did. It's right there. This is my face. So it's super awesome. I have 3 of them. You're gonna love them. This is my most latest one. Animal mashup. I take 2 animals like this ractopus, smash them together, and it's full of fake facts. So you're not gonna learn anything educational, but you are gonna learn a bunch of silliness. All right, how much time do we got left? We have, well, how much time did I think passed? 1 minute. All right, let's say bye to the pig. Oops. All right, let's say bye to this pig. Okay. I think we have time for one more drawing. Let's do a flamingo on skates. We'll do our flamingo, and then we'll bring out the whimsical wheel of whimsy. So keep bringing your themes in. Are we good? We need 3 more themes. So you guys have however long it takes to do this flamingo to put in 3 more themes, and we're gonna spin the whimsical wheel of whimsy, more like this, and we're gonna see what fate decides. So let's get into this. Last drawing of the night. Get out your marker, get out your bill, get out anything. Draw on your wall. Draw on anything. Let me fix this. I'm pushing it all over. I'm being all crazy. Okay, we're gonna draw a flamingo. Keep your paper vertical. That means up and down, lengthwise. Draw in your first eyeball. Once you have your first eyeball in there, put in the bridge of his nose. Once you have the bridge of the nose. Bridge of the nose sounds like Bridget Jones. There's something. All right, that's gonna go into a smile. End it with a cheek. Now we can actually draw the second eye. We have it cross-eyed, because I love all them cross-eyed. Flamingos have a black tip on their beak, so let's separate that. Let's add our eye thingy. Once you got your eye thingy in there. All right, okay. You might want to stretch out for this one. This is your biggest piece. You know what, let's finish the mouth. What am I doing? I'm getting all ahead of myself. Let's add a tooth. Okay, now stretch it out. Here we go. This is your biggest line. Your life depends on it. This is the neck, all the way into the body. So you're gonna go just like that. You got this though, I believe in you. Now you're gonna do the same thing here and try not to erase. Let's add a little helmet up here and emphasis on little tiny helmet. Okay, let's add our body. So I'm gonna go like this. And then I'm actually gonna bring the front right there. We can add our tail. 1, 2, 3. We can add our wing, very similar to the chicken. 1, 2. All right, so this is gonna go down into his leg. Oh man, I might run out of room here. Let's hope not. Let's see, I'm gonna have to get in front of you guys. I am drawing 2 vertical lines with a knee. How much room I got? Still good on room? Still good on room? I'm worried I'm gonna go off the board here. Okay. So now you got the first leg. Luckily the next leg is gonna be bent, because you know how flamingos are. Being all weird. Big old skate. And then you guys remember how to do the skate? I hope I didn't get cut off. You're gonna do 2 11s. Alright, you're gonna connect the middle part. Add 2 lines on either side, and boom! You got a skiggity skate. Now let's put in that weird flamingo leg that goes the other way, because they be weird. 2 parallel lines. I like to do these big old kneecaps, but actually we have to bend it the other way. I hope you didn't draw that. And then let's go straight across, as straight as possible. And then this skate, big old skate, and then we're gonna draw 11, 11, connect the 2. And then let's add a drop shadow. That way we know our flamingo's on the ground. I think we're ready for texture. I'm gonna switch to a thinner marker for our texture. And you guys know what I'm gonna start with first. Texture dots. That's right. Let's add 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll be our laces. We could add our shadow lines back here. Could even add some here if we wanted to. And let's add some motion lines on this one. You guys are already pro at this. And it's nice to vary them in size. This one's really flying through there. Dang, we fit that perfectly on the screen. Kudos to us. And lastly, don't forget to sign your master pace. And that, my friends, is how you draw a skiggity skating flamingo that looks like he's about to run into a wall. He really does. I hope you guys have had a blast on the Mr. Gray Live Show. We are here every week, 7 o'clock, right here on Facebook. So don't forget to follow or like or however Facebook tells you to remember. I don't know. Put it in your Google Calendar, and we'll see you here. Actually, no, wait. Yes, to what I just said. Next week, I'm thinking we're going to be streaming on Tuesday because it's 4th of July, and Mr. Gray is going to have to be poolside. So I'm thinking the Mr. Gray Live Show is probably going to be Tuesday next week, but I will let you guys know on Monday. But set your dial for Tuesday because that's probably what it's going to be. And you guys ready for the Whimsical Wheel of Whimsy? I know I am, but I have to go fetch it because somebody was skating in the studio in the beginning of this clip. It is time, if you can hear me, for the Whimsical Wheel of Whimsy. And the crowd goes crazy. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, we need the card. Let's find out what you guys pick. All right. Tonight, right now, there's 2 teams, 1 battle. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, let's find out what we're going to draw here next week on the Mr. Gray Live Show. This is how we choose every week. Is it going to be fluffy dogs? And you guys know the drill. Don't make fun of me. My spelling is horrible. Is it going to be Victorian era? Is it going to be rejected cartoon ideas? Interesting. I like the creativeness of that one. Cartoon ideas. Is it going to be 70s disco? Working at the car wash. Is it going to be nerdy superheroes? Just can't seem to do anything right. Ugh. Or is it going to be ducks? Just ducks. You never know. Or maybe it's going to be chubby monsters who just can't stop eating those Snicker bars. Is it going to be animals beating the heat? Animals beating the heat. Mm-hmm. They'd be beating the heat. I hope that one doesn't get picked because I can't really read what I wrote. Triple mashup. I've seen this one. Somebody really wants this one to get picked. Oh, and if yours doesn't get picked, just come back next Wednesday. And guess what? Like this one. I've seen this one a lot. Animals with unibrows. But you know what? Unibrows. There's no reason to not try. Mr. Gray's favorites. That means me. Mr. Gray's favorites. Don't know why I'm talking like that. Sleepy animals. They're so sleepy. All you gotta do is kiss them and they'll wake up. Animal prom. Okay. All right. Interesting. That could be pretty funny. And plain old boring house pets. All right. Let's find out what we are drawing next week right here on the Mr. Gray Live Show. Make sure to tune in at 7 o'clock when you're gonna see me and you together. We are gonna draw. Why am I making the sound effect? It does the sound effect. Next week, 7 o'clock, right here on the Mr. Gray Live Show, we are gonna draw. Yes, chubby monsters. That's right, chubby monsters. So next week, right here on the Mr. Gray Live Show, we are gonna draw chubby monsters. So make sure you tune in. Probably Tuesday. Let's just call it Tuesday, okay? Tune in next Tuesday, since it's 4th of July, if you're wondering, what the heck, Mr. Gray? It's not Wednesday. 4th of July. It's kind of getting in the way. 4th of July. Wait, I shouldn't be hating on 4th of July. I apologize, 4th of July. Anyways, next Tuesday, join me, guys, and we're going to learn how to draw chubby monsters. It's going to be hilarious. So, yeah, until next time, you guys know what to do. Stay positive, stay creative, and above all, stay silly. Working at the car wash, yeah. Doing the disco and chubby monsters. Skating around the studio. 'Cause I'm so cool, skating around the studio. Stealing the whimsical ward of whimsy.